We could do an example right now if you had an actual like concrete race time and we could kind of figure it out on the fly.
Yeah, let's do it. And hold on,
Okay.
I'm gonna run to the bathroom real quick, and then we'll start to wrap this thing up. I apologize.
Oh, no, no problem. Do it.
Okay, let's just do as an example. I think this is a pretty popular time. A 3 hour marathon. Somebody who wants to run, for me particularly, that was I set out my second marathon. That was my goal. So let's go with sub 3 hour marathon.
Okay. Let's just say you are running a 3 hour marathon. That means your average mile pace is 6:52 for the marathon, right? Now we have to kind of, this is when the estimating comes in. And I will be totally upfront and say, if you have a more robust racing history, if you have a bunch of race performances, this is going to be a lot easier. So if we're just using one and it's a marathon, it is a little bit more difficult. And I do think the marathon is a more difficult race to do these calculations, but let's do it anyway. So a 3 hour marathon is 6:52 per mile. I'm going to assume that a 3 hour marathoner can probably run about 84 to 85 minutes in the half marathon. That's what I would call an equivalent performance. So if you can run about, let's just say 84:30. So 84:30 in a half marathon is an average pace. Let's see, it looks like it's just under 6:30 per mile. Yeah, it's 6:27 per mile. Now, your lactate threshold pace, by the way, this is getting really in the weeds. I hope all of your listeners haven't abandoned you so far, but we're
Yeah.
actually making this quite actionable. Okay. So then we've assumed your half marathon pace is 6:27 per mile. Now, we've got to figure out your lactate threshold, which is your 1 hour race pace. So if you're running 84:30 for the half marathon, your 1 hour race pace is probably going to be somewhere around 6:05 to 6:15. I'm going to guess somewhere in there, faster, but not substantially faster. So that's what I would call your lactate threshold. Your 10K pace is probably going to be 5:50 to 6 minutes a mile, a little bit faster. Your 5K pace is probably going to be a little faster than your 10K pace, obviously, maybe 5:30 to 5:40 per mile, somewhere in there. Um, so there we go. We figured out your 5K pace, your 10K pace, your half marathon, and your lactate threshold. They're all a little bit, you kind of go down this list of, okay, this one's going to be a little faster than this. This one's going to be a little faster than this. Usually there's less variation between your lactate threshold and your 10K pace, but there's a substantial variation between your lactate threshold and your 5K pace, because as soon as you get into those faster paces, you can start going a lot faster than your 1 hour race pace.